Hi there, a very good morning and good evening to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about in the weekly chart check a stock in the pharma domain, and that is Alchem Labs. So let's discuss about Alchem Labs. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position or any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. So before I talk about Algam Labs, here's some request that kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get a $10 membership, you'll have access to my watch list, to my portfolio, and number of podcasts that I put up on from time to time on short-term, long-term market calls, on the stocks that I hold, and a lot of updates that I keep doing. So this is just a snapshot of what is there on Patreon. There are short-term calls for the week that I give every Monday, which I gave just yesterday evening. For that, we talk about individual stock results like Varun Beverages I talked about here. Then there has been watch list is updated. I mean, on both fronts. That is a mid cap watch list of companies between 20,000 to 70-80,000 crores, and a small cap watch list which is between few hundred crores to around 5 to 10,000 crore market cap. And there are regular podcasts on different stocks and market dynamics. So you can join Patreon with a $10 membership, or you can pay $100 upfront and you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. Also, if you cannot pay on Patreon, you can become a member on YouTube, or you can become a member on WhatsApp as well. If you want to become a yearly member on WhatsApp, you can email me for that. Now coming back to Alchem Labs. So this is a company that is in the pharmaceutical domain, as I mentioned, and this is basically it has global operations, and it is in the development and manufacture sale of you can say APIs and pharmaceutical products which are used across the board in many industries. The market cap of the company is around 40,000 crores, and since we are doing a chart check in here, then I'll not go in detail about the fundamentals, but what I can say is that the management is top class, and the company has been doing well earlier, but the numbers have not been that great for the last couple of years, and that's why the stock has declined. So straight away we come to the stock price movement. This has been the movement over 1 year. We have seen a high that was made in March of last year, which was around 3,700, and since then it has not touched at that level. But suddenly, after the results of December, the stock has shot up from those 3,000 levels. It kept meandering between 2,900 on the lower side to around 3,300 on the upper band. So this was a 400 rupee band that the stock was trading at between May 2022 till January. So a good 8 months of consolidation, and now the stock is breaking out as we see here towards 3,200, 3,300. So if you look at the results at a glance, then you'll understand why this sudden rise. So across the board, what had happened is that the margins remained around 21%, 25, 15, 13, 22%. And then it dipped to around 14% in March of 22, and then 8% in June of 22, and then has started to move up altogether to 15% and back to 20%. So last 2 quarters have been pretty decent, with sales being maintained around 3,000 crores and margins that have improved significantly from around 8% in June to in December being at 20. And the management believes that they could maintain the margins around 19-20% going forward as well. So when you see profitability year on year, it doesn't, you can say, look exceedingly good. In fact, year on year, there has been a degrowth from 533 crores. Profits have dipped to 460 crores. But if you look at quarter on quarter, the numbers have kept on improving. In March 22, it was 108 crores. Then it became 131, then 348, and eventually 460 crores has been the profit this time around. So continuous 4 quarters of at least 3 quarters of improvement, and that has led the stock to move up. Coming to the point as to where one can look to buy the stock. So if you look here, the 50 DMA is around 3120, the 200 DMA is around 3150. The stock currently is trading at around 3280 or so. So what one can do is one can keep a stop loss around 3120, and can buy the stock at current levels of 3280 and on dips to 3250 as well, with a potential target of 3600, 3650, that could come in a few weeks time. I think in a month and a half, you could see these levels of 3650, 3600 reached. So in my short term pick this time around is Alchem Labs. There are a number of stocks that are performing exceedingly well, but this is one of the picks. If you really want to know about a number of picks in this space, then again, become a member, and you'll be able to have access to the complete watch list of the stocks, and as to where one can go ahead and buy those stocks, and what could be the levels and targets, etc. Overall, if we see further, then the balance sheet looks strong with 9,000 crores of, you can say, uh, we have reserves of 9,000 crores and 1,800 crores of debt. So debt has reduced as well in the last couple of quarters. And in the shareholding pattern, we have seen that the promoters have reduced their stake from around 60% to 57%. But at the same time, DIIs have increased their stake, and overall, public shareholding is around 22%, has remained stable. So it's not that FIIs and DIIs have sold a lot. The shareholding has remained stable, although FIIs have reduced from 5.4% in December 21 to 4.4%. So 1 percentage decline in here, which we do see. Overall, we also see that in that 22%, we have a lot of individual large, you can say HNIs, large investors holding the fort or holding the stocks, and this corresponds to somewhere around 15%. So at least 15% of the holding is with the large HNI holdings only. Around 6-7% is with the retail holding in which trading takes place, and that probably explains the kind of steep up move we have seen from around 3000 levels all the way to 3200 or 3260. So Alchem Labs is a buy at current levels, and on dips to 3250, 3240, stop loss 3120, and target of 3600 to 3650 in the next 1 month or so. This is my technical peak for this week. We are in a situation where mid cap and small caps are doing extremely well. We have a lot of companies that are performing well, that are coming back. Companies that do work abroad, that have businesses abroad, that are coming back into focus. So keep an eye on those mid cap stocks that were performing significantly well 2 years back, and they are now coming back again with the numbers, and looking good at the moment. So look at those companies from a 1.5 year perspective, and you will see that that you'll end up making 30-40% over that period. So there is a bull market that is going on somewhere. So that's the overall, you can say, the call that I have on the market, that maybe mid cap would perform, major larger small caps will perform. Those companies which were in the home improvement space, in the cement space, and you can say construction, you have consumer space, consumer discretionary, and anything related to consumer, say wires, cables, electronics, etc., they all will come back into fashion. So keep an eye on them, and we'll have a live session tomorrow to discuss in detail as to where the market is headed and where really the money is moving at the moment. So we'll discuss that. IT is also doing well, so that is another pocket that someone should be looking at very closely. So this was my video on the technical pick of the week. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my video straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.